All right, I'm just gonna keep banging these out. So I just did why? Who are you when nobody's looking? Kind of why, and how this ties into the subject of this video is the dangers of duplicity. What is that? You might ask, or what are the dangers associated with duplicity? You might ask. Um, what are the dangers associated? What is duplicity? Duplicity is essentially when you act one way around a certain set of circumstances, whether it's the same one way you act at work, one way you act with your fucking girlfriend, one way you act around your parents, one way you act around yourself, one way you act around your friends. Like there are a lot of different ways to act. And I bet everybody who's listening to this knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because when you're around your buddies, you can be all fucking wild or, whatever it is. Or you're around your girlfriend, or like maybe you're, super loving to your girlfriend in the world, and then you get home and you're not, in whatever fashion that may display itself. Like, you might, I'm not going to speculate on how everybody can do this. Everybody fucking does it. That's kind of one of the jokes about life, and I think Alan Watts talked about it. That like life is like a theater or some shit, where everybody's an actor, and it's really remarkable. Once you know this, it's really remarkable to observe it amongst other people. For example, you go to, a guy who owns a business, whatever business it is, and when a customer walks in, they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm so happy to fucking do everything for you." And, they cater to the customer, okay. And then you walk in, it's your buddy, he doesn't acknowledge you. The customer leaves, and he's like, "Oh, that fucking prick, I don't care what he wants." What the fuck is that? And that is duplicity. So tell me, would you trust that person? Probably not. And would you maybe sense it on the person? A lot of people do. They're like, yeah, it's a skeevy salesman. And some people don't. Some people really believe in in whatever bullshit they're trying to feed you. They really do. That comes back to the previous subject of who are you when nobody's looking. So is that same guy who says, "Oh, I'd love to," the business owner who's, "Oh, I'd love to serve you and do everything that you want me to do and fucking make the sky purple for your wedding or some shit." But actually, when they go home, they don't give a fuck about you and whatever you want. You're not going to trust that guy. And at the same time, if you do find somebody who's like, "I genuinely give a shit about you and whatever it is," and then goes home and does genuinely give a shit, you should trust that person. Not to gloat, but that's what I do for my business. That's what I'm doing. If I got somebody with a problem and I don't know enough to fix the problem, or currently I got to learn whatever system it is that they have, or something I just truly don't know, or it's some kind of daunting challenge, I go home and I fucking think about that. And I'll lose sleep about it. I'll stay up all night, or I'll stay there forever until I figure out how to get it done, which ties into another subject. However, I'm being honest with these people. I truly give a shit about you and whatever your stuff. If your truck doesn't work, or your piece of equipment, or whatever it is doesn't work, it's unsafe or whatever, like, I genuinely don't want you to crash with your family or not be able to get work done. Whatever. Like, I truly care. So that is an example of, instead of duplicity, one way here, one way there, of like singularity. I am what I am. And that's important in many walks of life, to be the same way you are with your girlfriend, the same way you are with your boss, the guy at the counter, the guy sweeping out back, the fucking hobo who hangs out at the gas station. Like, you got to be the same way every time, because it really, in practice, as difficult as that can be to achieve, it simplifies your life. You don't have to think about how you need to cater to whoever it is or however you're surrounded with people, because you are what you are and they can either like it or not like it. And uh, I know that's easy to say, hard to do. And that's partially why I'm doing this channel, because I'm going to share my thoughts on how I got there, because I'm just like everybody fucking else. I was that way, when I would go to work. It's like, yeah, I'd love to do everything for you. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, well, shit, I'm doing all this for fucking $7.50 an hour. Can you imagine if somebody handed you $7.50 an hour for whatever it is that you did at work? And I'm busting my ass. I truly did. Well, I guess that's it. I truly did. I don't know. I guess I did give a shit about the business because I wanted it to be successful, with the considering the possibility that if the business is successful and I help, I will get some of that, which is not what most people do. So, a helpful hint in life: pay attention to that. I'm about to ramble. I'm not gonna. So, dangers of duplicity. Why is it a problem if you are one way around other people and another way around another group of people? Because it's complicated. It's really conducive to lying. It actually, in essence, is a fucking lie. Because if you're one way here and one way there, which do you actually agree with? Because they could be polar opposite. And, for example, the politicians and shit. I'm not going to get into that right now. But you fucking know. And the biggest, and another thing is that you can get so caught up in not knowing who you are or being different ways around everybody else that you really don't know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, but you're functioning in the world, are you just not acknowledging what you're doing? Or what? Or is it just not, you're just not absorbing it? This is important for many different aspects, or I guess this is a subject. I'm gonna write it down. Why? Oh shit! Why you need to be honest with yourself, and what does that mean? I'm gonna remember that because I'm just gonna waste a bunch of time there. So, being duplicitous is no good. No one will trust you. You won't trust yourself, and you won't know yourself until you figure out how to be you by yourself, be you with, at work, be you with your girlfriend, be you with your friends, be you with whoever the hell it is. Just some random person, doesn't matter. You need to be that same person. Because once you have that, nobody can take it away. And nobody can fuck with it either. If you are in a position, if you're in a liquid position, a malleable position, you can get pushed one way or another. So if you don't know who you are and somebody tries walking on top of you, you'll probably let them because you don't know why they shouldn't. Maybe you deserve it. So you'll take their assertion as a confirmation to your own insecurity that comes specifically from you not knowing yourself. Had you known yourself and been like, I'm a valuable enough person for you to not walk on me, so how about fuck you and back up? And then they're like, you can't do that. If you know yourself, you can justify, you can argue anything because you don't have to make anything up. It is what it is. You don't have the right to walk over me because I'm worthwhile enough to be here. So fuck you. And they are wrong. And you can stand by it. Nobody's going to argue with you on it except for the asshole who tried stepping on top of you. So I guess I ranted. But don't be duplicitous. Don't be an actor. Be honest with people. And if you don't give a shit about people, probably don't make a living out of pretending like you do. Figure out something you can do that, somehow allows you to live a happy life while not giving a shit or helping people. And if you do, I doubt it. I feel like you probably don't. You look like you do, or you maybe convince yourself you do, but If you don't care about other people and you're not willing to help other people and you're not willing to be by yourself or willing to be with yourself or one with yourself, ain't no fucking chance you're happy. But even if you are, I still love you because you got work to do and be you could still be whole. But it takes work. It's not easy. And it is specifically not easy to avoid duplicity because it's really easy to fall into it because that's literally what everybody else does. But since everybody else does it, it makes it average and normalized. So if you think about it like that, you can easily set yourself into the position of rare or above average by simply being one with yourself, which is a distinct cornerstone to being happy as it is. So figure yourself out and make friends with yourself and put yourself into a position to remind yourself who you are, because sometimes it's easy to lose who that is. So there you go. I love you, and I'm gonna do another one. Oh, I already forgot. Shit, I already forgot what the next one was. All right. Here soon, I'm gonna do another one.